Glenn, this would be a even more dramatic than we've seen in the past transformation of what Broadcom is, with a leg up for software in a multi-cloud era. Does this make sense? And I mean, the bias is always to make a case for why these things make sense. But what's the risk?
Well, look, John, I think Broadcom's been on this trend for now a couple of 5+ years, buying software and getting into the software business. I think they also see that VMware, although not born a cloud company, has moved hard to the cloud, and that's obviously where the puck is going. That's where they want to go. I mean, the risks to their business are anytime you do a large acquisition like this, integrations can be really difficult. And VMware is a company that's been around a while. You said earlier this company has $5 billion already in software, so they'd have to merge it into an existing business. That's a risk. Integration is difficult.
Well, you also sort of have to have somebody running software, I imagine, and then somebody dealing with this really weird environment where the hyperscalers, AWS, Azure, Google, and then some others, they have a lot of power over what the components are in their clouds. They're competing with you, and you need to work with them, and you got to deal with enterprises that are trying to transform. How's Broadcom going to do it at that? Do they have the services and sales motion to take advantage of that if they were to combine here?
Well, I think it remains to be seen how much independence they'd leave for VMware. But VMware itself has been doing a very good job transitioning itself to the cloud, serving their Global 2000 and the hyperscalers very well. And their business is strong. So I think as long as they leave it alone, they're going to be in pretty good shape. But longer term, as you point out, the software business is it's a free-for-all. There's players coming in from every angle. They want to be in this space. So I think it will remain competitive. And for this deal to work, VMware needs to continue to innovate.
Yeah, Glenn, that's exactly it, right? Players from all different areas wanting to come into this space. I'm reminded of when Intel acquired McAfee, right? And they said that, okay, maybe there was something there that was going to follow through for their chips, and that never really panned out. Is there something about Hock Tan, the CEO of Broadcom, that makes him more likely to succeed at doing something like this because he is such a deal maker and he's done it before?
I think one thing underlying this deal that I think is very, very smart for Broadcom is, they were unfortunately unable to get the Qualcomm deal done. And I think the administration at that time said, hey, we don't want a company that, has too much of its roots in Asia acquiring a U.S. jewel. And so I think that was a wake-up call for them. They've now acquired several businesses that are endemically U.S. And Western-focused tech businesses. I think this is part of the rationale for this deal.